when he scored on the favourite Clever Me. Gave Neil a pretty torrid ride, Clever Me, pulled fiercely in the middle part with the dawdling pace. He had enough in reserve to hold off Valorous and Own Prince in the straight.
Man, Astute King, he's taken up the role of pacemaker as they run to the turn out of the straight, and he's dashed away from them. Astute King about 4 lengths in front. Valorous is on the rails now in second place, a length and a half to Decidedly, and then Clever Me, followed by Bowfighter on the inside of Dancer Man, and now Own Prince drops out last. Running up the side now as they head towards the 1600, and it's Astute King about 3 lengths in front. Clever Me is now second and pulling hard on the outside of Valorous, 2 lengths to Decidedly. Another 3 lengths to Bowfighter on the inside of Dancer Man, and last of all, Own Prince heading into the back, just over 1,400 metres to go. There's no speed on. Astute King is steadied in front to lead by 3/4 of a length now on Clever Me. A length and a half away third is Valorous on the inside, a break of 3 lengths Decidedly, and then Bowfighter, Dancer Man, and Own Prince is last. 1,300 metres left to go. Astute King a length in front. Clever Me second on the outside, still pulling a bit. Valorous has settled nicely, third on the inside. 2 lengths to Decidedly, another 2 to Dancer Man on the outside of Bowfighter, and Prince is last. No change in the order as they run up towards the 1,000-metre mark now. Astute King a length in front of Clever Me, and a length away third on the inside is Valorous, 2 to Decidedly. Then Bowfighter covered by Dancer Man, and 2 lengths off last is Own Prince. As they swing down the side now, and Clever Me loomed up quickly on the outside to run to the lead. He's about a neck in front. Astute King running second. 2 lengths away third is Valorous. Then Decidedly, who's going forward. Dancer Man is next on the outside of Bowfighter, and Own Prince is last. Clever Me about a neck in front of Astute King. 600 metres to go. A length and a half away third Decidedly, who popped up on the outside of Valorous there. Then Dancer Man, Bowfighter, and Own Prince. They're starting to pack up a little bit as they run onto the bend with about 450 metres to go. Clever Me has taken the lead now. He's a length in front of Astute King. Decidedly on the outside, running on gamely, then Valorous, followed by Dancer Man, Bowfighter, and Own Prince. Well in the straight, 300 metres left to go, and he's gone for home now on Clever Me. He's about a length and a half in front of Valorous, who's into the clear. Own Prince, Dancer Man down the outside, and Decidedly is still there. 150 metres to go. It's Clever Me in front. Valorous is cutting him down, and Own Prince is coming at the pair of them on the outside. Clever Me's just in front. Valorous and Own Prince on the outside. Clever Me's fighting on. He's going to hang on, I think. Yes, he's just won. He's just won it. Clever Me first. Clever Me has beaten either Valorous or Own Prince.
Courageous effort by Toowoomba-trained Clever Me, who was under plenty of pressure there in the final 100 metres. Sixth event was the Daybreak Lover graduation, and Triflax, well ridden by apprentice Carl Simons, who used him up from a wide barrier to get up in a forward position, and he outstayed Haro and How to Blush in the straight. That's Triflax actually going to the lead in the breastplate here. Simons hustles him up to cross to the fence and then takes hold.
See the light, and Team Princess is making ground in the early part. Haro's midfield, but trapped a little wide on the outside of Clear Flight, and then Roy's Lad and Zorophus. Another length and a half to Hit Sing, 3 deep on the outside of Surfcaster. The roller making ground on the rail. Grand Grey's 4 deep as they make the turn out of the straight in front of Captain Zam, Lord Neptune, and I Knew It dropped out near the rear. Triflax worked across to the lead at the 1,700-metre mark. There's not a great deal of pace on, and Triflax leads by a length. Now, Grand Grey has come from near the tail of the field and quickly whipped up into second spot. A length and a half to See the Light on the outside of Clever Approach. Another half length to Team Princess, 3 wide, and then Haro trapped 3 deep on the outside of Roy's Lad and How to Blush, who just copped a prat as the pace slowed again. Clever Flight's making a little bit of ground, and then I Knew, followed by Surfcaster letting go now. The jockey not happy with the slow speed, and he's whipping around the outside. Then Zorophus in front of the roller, Captain Zam Hit Sing, and at a length and a half away was Lord Neptune. Now Surfcaster's come from midfield, and he booted to the lead with 1,100 metres left to go. Surfcaster shoots to the front and leads by 2 to Triflax, 2 to Clever Approach on the inside of Grand Grey. Another 3 parts of a length to Haro, still 3 wide on the outside of How to Blush, again nicely placed. 1 to I Knew, and then Clever Flight, followed by See the Light, the roller. Zorophus taken wide, starting a run in front of Roy's Lad, and they're followed by Captain Zam. Hit Sing back near the tail of the field, and Lord Neptune still at the rear as they start the run down the side. 700 metres left to go. Surfcaster joined again by Triflax. Zorophus quickly went up to be third. Clever Approach fourth, and then Grand Grey, followed by Haro and I Knew. How to Blush is ridden along on the rail, and then 2 lengths to See the Light, followed by Hit Sing, and Lord Neptune taken to the outside as they turn the corner. Surfcaster leads, 400 to go, joined by Triflax on the outside. 2 lengths away, Zorophus under the whip, then Clever Approach and How to Blush taken to the extreme outside from Haro. Triflax hit the front at the 200. Surfcaster's under pressure. Zorophus running on, so is How to Blush, Haro and Lord Neptune on the outside. Triflax butters 2 lengths in front, 100 metres left to go. How to Blush going into second spot with Haro on the outside, but Triflax is holding them all at bay, and in the run to the line, Triflax is too good. Triflax wins, Haro's second. That was a good run. He never saw the rail. How to Blush third.
This was a good run by Haro to get second. He should soon break through, and he does relish the rain-affected track. Seventh event was the first Peach Choice Novice. Clever ride by Jeff Costello here on Crew Ayre. You'll notice at this stage Crew Ayre is coming back to second last, and Costello crosses over to the inside in a race-winning move. He came with a paralysing burst in the straight, and Crew Ayre looks a horse capable of winning his way through the class.
So he says running about sixth on the inside, our Spieler out a bit wide. Heine Terry pushing through in the centre, then Jerry Mander, Anchors, Pride, Crew Ayre and another Bletch. They're fairly tightly packed as they run past the 1200. The leader, Mary Adieu, about a neck in front of Tiger Boy. A half-length away third on the outside, Astro Cobbler, then, or so he says, and Sade Gay in between horses. Our Spieler caught a bit wide, and then Heine Terry. A length and a half to Jerry Mander picking up ground on the outside of Arch Sovereign, then Crew Ayre, Anchors, Pride, and another Bletch. Coming down the side, 800 metres left to go. Mary Adieu about a length in front. Astro Cobbler now second, but caught a little bit wide. A length away third, Tiger Boy, and Sade Gay going forward, and our Spieler's going forward on the outside, going up with Sade Gay. Or so he says is next on the inside of Heine Terry. Jerry Mander starting a run. Arch Sovereign starting a run. Further back then came another Bletch, and then Anchors, Pride, and Crew Ayre's last of all as they run onto the bend. 450 metres left to go. Mary Adieu is joined quickly by Astro Cobbler on the outside, and he bounded up to go to the lead. Astro Cobbler. Astro Cobbler's about a length in front of Mary Adieu. Now Sade Gay has popped the big question on the outside. He's running on gaily. Arch Sovereign down the outside, coming into it with a good run. Another Bletch is coming from nearly last. And look at Crew Ayre right down the outside. He's swamping them, Crew Ayre. 150 metres to go. Crew Ayre raced up on the outside to go to the lead, and he quickly put paid to the opposition, and Crew Ayre is careering away in the run home to score easily. Crew Ayre, gee, that's a big run. He came from last on the bend. Crew Ayre by 3 lengths. Another Bletch second. Sade Gay third.
Smart performance by the 3-year-old Crew Ayre to win the first Peach Choice Novice, but Prince Pageant lost nothing in comparison. Another 3-year-old when he landed the final race. He led throughout, and he looks a pretty classy type, Prince Pageant, and he's going to get through to open class very quickly. Carvanich battled on well for second, but he was 4 lengths in arrears of Prince Pageant.
King's Bishop about third on the inside, and there's Swap Style going fast out a bit wide. Carvanich, and then Bucerama, Cabaret Kingdom. Luskin Prince is getting back in the field with Francis Comet, Fields of Adelaide, Nambasket, Kings and Things, and our Spieler's last. Prince Pageant's doing it pretty easily, just short of 1,000 metres to go. Prince Pageant's a length and a half in front. Second, Swap Style. In third place, Carvanich on the outside, followed by King's Bishop, and then Krakow. Bucerama's next, but caught a little bit wide. He's back in 6th place, but 3 deep. Then Fields of Adelaide, Cabaret Kingdom, Francis Comet. Then Luskin Prince, our Spieler, Nambasket, and Kings and Things coming down the side. 750 metres to go. Prince Pageant, the leader, 1 length in front of Swap Style. Carvanich is a length and a half away third. Fourth on the rails is King's Bishop, and then Fields of Adelaide, Bucerama. Krakow's next on the rails. 3 lengths then to Kings and Things on the outside of Francis Comet. Then Luskin Prince, Nambasket, Cabaret Kingdom, and our Spieler. Around the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Prince Pageant, he flattens for the run in about a length and a half in front of Carvanich. Over on the inside, King's Bishop. They're clear of Swap Style. Fields of Adelaide down the outside, and then Krakow and Francis Comet. 250 metres to go. Walk's gone for the whip now, and Prince Pageant, and he's raced away from them. He's about 3 lengths in front of King's Bishop, Carvanich, and Francis Comet. If you're on the favourite, get in the queue. He's well clear with 100 metres to go, and he's got it 1 to the world. Prince Pageant about 5 lengths in front of Carvanich, King's Bishop, and Francis Comet, and he's right down. Prince Pageant wins it by 4 lengths. Carvanich second, close for third. King's Bishop, or on the outside, Francis Comet.
Prince Pageant's scoring by a minute there. He's under no pressure at all over the final 200 metres, and I think he's a horse destined to really make the big time, Prince Pageant. That gave John Walker winning double, and Walker incidentally celebrates his 21st birthday next Thursday. Now look at the TAV information from Eagle Farm. 11, 1 and 2 were the treble numbers, $23.30, and the double numbers, 1 and 2, paid $9. Performances are absolutely outstanding, and as you can see from this film, he's a horse with great character.
John Henry can run 1.25 miles in 2 minutes flat, but it takes him almost half an hour to go a few hundred yards from his barn to the track when he goes out early in the morning for his daily gallop.
Come on, Pat. Come on.
His routine is to take 4 or 5 steps and stop. Exercise rider Louis Senecola has learned to be patient.
How'd you get this far? Well, we started earlier.
In the time it takes John Henry to get to the track, another horse can get all 4 hooves reshod.
Okay, Daddy, we got to make a lot of steps now.
In the time it takes John Henry to get to the track, a barn full of stalls can be cleaned up.
Come on, Pat. They don't pay us by the hour.
In the time it takes John Henry to get to the track, An entire shed row can be swept out.
They're going to shut the track on us, Daddy, if we don't hurry up and get in there.
And horses that would never pass him on the track easily go by him in the morning.
Come on, Daddy, get those horses.
His rider says the reason it takes John Henry so long to get to the track is that he's curious.
He's just a curious horse. He likes to stand and look and he watches birds or, you know, anything like that.
Agarra su tiempo, él sabe que toda la gente lo mira.
His Mexican groom says the reason he takes so long is that he's a show-off. And he's saying to everybody around him, hey, look at me. I'm John Henry.
Come on now. Come on.
His doctor says the reason he takes so long is that he's preparing himself mentally for exercise.
He goes through a lot of thought process, you know. He psychs himself up.
Finally got here. He's slow and easy, but when he's on the racetrack, he's all business.
He would never win any thoroughbred beauty contests. He would not win any thoroughbred pedigree contests, but he wins the money.
How much longer can he go on winning?
With the care that this horse gets, and providing there aren't any surprises along the way, I see no reason why he can't run 4 or 5 times for the next 5 years.
Speaking of John Henry, one racetracker said the only other American figure who runs so well at such an advanced age is Ronald Reagan.
What a remarkable horse. I think John Henry...
Cartier, a real handful for Cuddy. And then Secret Flash battling on determinedly, but it's Hot Classic in front, 100 to go. Secret Flash on the outside is the danger. On the inside, the leader is stopping, and Secret Flash has dived at it right on the line. Secret Flash on the outside, and Hot Classic are the two in the photo finish. Third, Targlish, and then...
A very exciting finish to the second event, the Buxton Handicap, with double score. Darren Beedman, one from the outside, just nailing the leader, Desolé, and Stater out wide, holding on well for third.
Try and keep her on the fence, but with little success. Universal Lady comes after Desolé, and here's Stater. Right out into the centre of the track goes Jay Cassidy on Stater. She's starting to come out after Desolé. Then Universal Lady, double score going with Stater. Then Freckles, Brown and Duchess of Elder. Stater the outside, Desolé the inside from double score and Universal Lady. It's Desolé, double score, and on the outside, Stater. Desolé the inside, double score. Oh, here's another one. Double score and Desolé hit it absolutely locked together. Could go either way from Stater on the outside.
It did go the way of double score and Darren Beedman, that photo. Didn't have to call for the photo in the next event when Beedman made it a double on Avon Angel, getting a dream run through on the inside in the blue colours. It's a very smart filly.
The inside, Barry's Ace is running a great race. And then comes Meticulous and Bright Chips clear of the Scutcheon, and the others headed there by Sundance. But Avon Angel dashed away. Avon Angel, 150 to go. Leads 2 lengths Cavalier Kid. Oh, she's a good filly, this Avon Angel. She's going to make it 3 out of 3. Justifiably proud, moving to second, clear of Cavalier Kid. But it's all Avon Angel, a brilliant performance.
Trade Mission was sent out a short price favourite in the second division of the George Negus. He looked certain to score at the 200 metres, but Jewel of Light in the red colours kept coming through on the inside and careered away over the final part to score by 4 lengths.
50 metres, Zappella, but Trade Mission's having a shot at on the in and out. And coming past the distance, Trade Mission has taken the lead. Jewel of Light's coming up inside Trade Mission, and then Zappella on the outside, but Jewel of Light quickly strode past Trade Mission, and Jewel of Light, number 13, is streaking clear of Trade Mission. Dream Lodge running home when it's all over. But
Well, Smith stable didn't take long to make amends, with Canada landing the 5th event, the club handicap over 1,400 metres. The feature of the betting on this race was a colossal plunge on Heroic Dream, 12s into 4s, but never looked a possibility to finish 7th. Canada in front and always in command.
Then by Most Impressive and Space Lab and a couple Heroic Dream at the 300 metres, and Canada's rider had a peep round. It leads about 1 length and 3/4. What a dancer. Most Impressive on the outside, warming up now from Viking Goddess. It's Canada in front, coming to the 100 metres from Viking Goddess. Most Impressive not going to go on with it. Canada the leader. Viking Goddess is not going to pick up Canada, and Barker working hard with the whip on Canada. It's too good. Canada has beaten Viking Goddess, all very close for third. What a dance.
Canada, who wintered here over the Winter Carnival, has come up very well this this campaign. He was very impressive there. Sixth event was the City Tattersalls Club Handicap, and Calaboose, well ridden by Kevin Langby, outstayed his rivals. The Queenslander, or former Queenslander, Sovereign Chief the Grey, just couldn't go on at the end of 2400.
Calaboose comes to the 250, a length and a half, Sovereign Chief and Gaudeamus. Then Gadachi, String of Pearls, just for Tristram going shockingly, but it's Calaboose coming to the 100 metres, about 2 Sovereign Chief. The roughie is running home quite well, Zamboanga. Calaboose getting a little tired, but he's got a winning break from Zamboanga and Sovereign Chief, and Calaboose scores. Calaboose, a length and a half, Zamboanga, third Sovereign Chief.
Solid performance by Sovereign Chief. I feel he just can't handle the 2400 metres, but he's going well enough in Sydney that he should soon pick up a race. Seventh event went to Northern Reward. He was the favourite at 10 to 9, patiently ridden. He was too good for Hermod, who actually headed him just at this stage at the 400, but Northern Reward came back very strong.
At the 300, and Hermod a half length on Northern Reward. 2.5 away, third is Koala Bay. A race in 2 inside the distance. Northern Reward he's not done with yet. He's coming again. Hermod's rider first to go for the whip, and Northern Reward is giving plenty. Oh, this is a top ride by the kid. Northern Reward comes away from Hermod, clear of Koala Bay, and Northern Reward untroubled. Northern Reward. The 8th was the Lightning Handicap, and Kevin Langby, who scored easily on in the Cup on Calaboose, had to really get busy with the whip to score. In a photo here from Foystan, and Razor Sharp for quite a creditable third. And Collarbock, and then Sanbardu and Tandrio from Slow. Here's Foystan pegging back Cutlass, and as they race to the 250, Foystan shot to the lead. Vane Karioi after him, followed by Cutlass, Sprightly Knight, and then Razor Sharp. Foystan in front from Vane Karioi. Foystan on the inside, ahead on Vane Karioi, whittling down the margin. Foystan and Vane Karioi going to the line, locked together. Vane Karioi. Vane Karioi nose to Foystan. All very close for third between Razor Sharp and Manuel. Smokey Dale made a one-act affair of the final event. He was quickly in front, and in the straight he was never under any pressure to score from Rock and Remus, who I thought ran a promising race. He made up good ground in the final 100 metres, although beaten 2 1/4 lengths. A length and a half, Uria. 2 away, third is Flicker of Hope. Then Roman Song, Tolo, Luskin, Flight, and Rock and Remus, and making heavy weather of it, Foreign Diplomat. Smokey Dale passes the 200, increasing its lead. 2 lengths, Rock and Remus the outside, followed by Uria, but it's Smokey Dale. Young Dale Jeffries riding hard, it's in no danger. Second, Rock and Remus, third, Uria, and Smokey Dale wins the last and wins it easily. Smokey Dale from Rock and Remus and Uria. There were the 9 events on the Randwick card yesterday. Look now at the TAB information, and the double numbers were 5 and 6, and the dividend there $33.20. That was the Kevin Langby double, incidentally, while the treble numbers 4, 5 and 6 paid $120 even, and the extra double from Randwick 1 and 2 paid $20.10. We'll take a break now and come back and have a look at the Caulfield Cup meet. It was Cup day, but the highlight as far as Queensland was concerned was the effort of Goleen, a great 3-year-old filly in the 1,000 guineas. Magnificent training performance by Ian Hocking to keep the filly up so long. She raced very well in Sydney, and well-deserved win yesterday. The amazing part of the victory was that she didn't appear to handle the reverse way of going around the tight Caulfield track, but once she straightened out in the final 200 metres, she just absolutely overwhelmed the opposition with a devastating final sprint. More of that later, with the first event was the Merson Cooper Stakes. It went to the 9 to 4 on favourite How Proud, who shared the lead to the home turn. But have a look at the run of Eminency in the red colours.
3 lengths to Pug Nose and then Sir Tanty. On the turn, How Proud got about a neck in front of No Parole, sticking with it. A length to Mighty Duke, a length and a half to Eminency, is running very greenly. Ditzman looks to have his hands full there. Then Daytime, followed by Sir Tanty and Pug Nose. Into the straight, and How Proud and No Parole shot away about 4 lengths in front. From Mighty Duke, followed by Eminency under the whip. Now How Proud takes the lead at the 200. From No Parole, Eminency running on pretty well now in the straight part of the race. How Proud nicely clear with 100 to go, under hands and heels riding. Eminency running on well. How Proud is going on to win. Eminency flashed home, but How Proud won at a half length to Eminency. A length to No Parole, third.
Good runs from those 2 place getters there, Eminency and No Parole. They should both score soon. This is the Racing Museum Sprint and River Rough. What a class performance this was. The Queenslander fixed flush in the black and yellow colours battles on fairly to get 6th.
A half-length River Rough, a length to Pinson pulled out. In the centre, Mr. Magic, and then bending over and fixed flush. River Rough got to send a burglar. Pinson under the whip on the outside, trying to get out after him, but River Rough might have too much class. He has. And the top weight drawing right away from Pinson and Senderbergler. And River Rough goes on to score by nearly 3 lengths to Senderbergler. Pinson is third.
Super effort that from River Rough. He had 58.5 kilos, never on the track, and he absolutely outclassed them. He should win the Pure Pack on Derby Day. Third event, the Stubby Stakes, went to Fork Tongue. He hit the lead just below the 200 metres, just held off a late surge from Quiet Conversation.
Changed the tune, and as they turn for home, Presuppose is gone. On the outside, Fork Tongue's gone up quickly to tackle the leaders now, and they're followed by Royal Riband and Gay Tulip behind them from Lotka Star. Fork Tongue went to the lead with 200 to go. Alcatrice is running on well. Out wide, Quiet Conversation with a late run is flying with Royal Riband. Fork Tongue in front near the line. Quiet Conversation won't get there, I don't think. And I reckon on the inside, Fork Tongue might have just beaten Quiet Conversation. Nothing in it. Royal Riband third.
Then came the 1,000 Guineas and Goleen. You'll notice her in the blue colours. She settles about midfield, but she was always a little bit awkward on the track, particularly around the corners. But once in the straight and Shoemaker had her balanced up, she really rocketed home. Sauna beat off the opposition just about the 150-metre mark and looked set for a victory. Spirit of Kingston could do no better on the outside, and then appeared Goleen. This is from the start. Goleen drawn at barrier 2, jumped well, but drifted back to midfield.
2 or 3 lengths out wide. Concord and Naliska took a while settling down, and Dinky Flyer first out from Christmas Hamper. Cara's Girl showing pace, and Centauria the outside has gone up quickly with Dalton to be handy. Goleen over on the fences next. Ras Dancer out wide. They're followed by Cookie, and Hasty Hermes is back behind them as they settle down into stride, and then Premier Flight. As they go over the hill, this pace is really on, and Cara's Girl 3 parts of a length to Dinky Flyer, 2 lengths to Sauna up third, half a length to Dalton, and a length and a half Wink at Me and Ras Dancer, 2 lengths to Centauria, 3 lengths to Goleen. Spirit of Kingston has moved up on its outside, a length to Hasty Hermes, followed by Cookie, and then Owl of Feet. Behind them is Premier Flight and Naliska, a length and a half to Try Shell, followed by Lover Kiss, Christmas Hamper, and Lars Concord. 800 out now, and Dinky Flyer is inclined to hang, has gone up on the outside. The boys in a bit of trouble in it, I think. Sauna's gone up now to be second with Cara's Girl. Dalton taken off the fence. Ras Dancer sitting in behind them with Wink at Me, 2 lengths to Centauria. Spirit of Kingston going round the outside. Then Hasty Hermes, a couple of Goleen, and they're followed by Cookie, Naliska, and then came Lover Kiss from Owl of Feet. On the corner, and Sauna has taken the lead. Dinky Flyer and Sauna in front of Wink at Me. Ras Dancer about to come after them, and they were followed then by Dalton. Spirit of Kingston down the outside, running on well. Sauna dash clear. Ras Dancer throwing out the challenge. Spirit of Kingston under the whip on the outside. It's Sauna in front. Spirit of Kingston and Ras Dancer trying to get it from Wink at Me, and then Goleen out wide. It's Sauna in front. Goleen coming home at 100 miles an hour, and Goleen's going to get up and win. Scores by more than a length to Sauna on the line. Third, Spirit of Kingston.
Most convincing performance there from the Queenslander Goleen. Then came the Caulfield Cup and Affinity. In front of only 3 or 4 runners about the 1,400 metres, he circled the field, and I thought it was easily the outstanding Melbourne Cup trial. Bounty Hawk, I thought perfectly ridden by Harry White, just failed to give Bart Cummings yet another Caulfield Cup success. He's going to be still in the Melbourne Cup. His effort was tradesman-like, and Alibi in finishing 4th turned in a good run because he was never on the track, never closer than 3 to the fence, and I thought his effort was very good. But this is Affinity winning the Caulfield Cup. Look for him in the red colours, and he's well back until the home turn.
Wider out on the track, used the space, and Colonial Flag, and also up there King Delamere. They're followed by El Dwayne, and Advert's being booted along over on the outside. Alibi back in about the middle of the field. It's a fast run to the judges' box. Cabobany joined by Use the Space and a half length to King Delamere, and Advert's up running 4th. 1.5 to El Dwayne. He's got over 1 off the fence. Hey on his inside from Colonial Flag. Alibi 3 deep from Beaver Boy. Then a length to Bounty Hawk, followed by Fountain Court, Hussar's Command, Prolific on the rails from Fox Seal, and then Affinity. 2 lengths Admiral Lincoln, followed by Mapley Heights and Look Aloft. Going towards the 1,600 and the leader Cabobany. A length in front of Abbott. A length and a half Use the Space and King Delamere together. A length and a half too on the inside is Hey Eye. El Dwayne outside it, then a length to Alibi, who's still trapped 3 deep from Beaver Boy, the rails, Colonial Flag, the centre. A length and a half to Fountain Court, and Bounty Hawk over on the inside from Prolific, 1 off the fence now. Fox Seal getting up inside it. They were followed a little further back in the field then by Hussar's Command, and then came Affinity on the outside of Mapley Heights, and a length and a half to Admiral Lincoln and Look Aloft. Going up towards the 1,200 on top of the hill, Cabobany, 3 parts to Abbott in an evenly run cup. 2 lengths to King Delamere third, and then 2 lengths to El Dwayne moving past Use the Space. A length and a half further back, Alibi over on the outside of Hey Eye, and a couple of lengths then to Colonial Flag. They were followed by Beaver Boy over on the inside with Fountain Court. 2.5 lengths to Bounty Hawk. Then a length and a half, Hussar's Command, Prolific, and 2 lengths to Affinity commencing a run. It was followed by Fox Seal, Mapley Heights under the whip, and then came Look Aloft and Admiral Lincoln. They've got about 700 to go in the cup. And here Avert took over from Cabobany. King Delamere's tackling the leader, and Eldwain's running a big race. Alibi 3 deep, making ground from Fountain Court, and there followed by Colonial Flag, Azar's Command. Hay-Eye on the inside of them, and then back behind them, Bounty Hawk and Prolific looking for a run. On the turn, King Delamere swept to the lead with Eldwain, tackling him from Alibi out 3 deep. They were followed by Fountain Court, but it's King Delamere in front, a length and a half into the straight. Eldwain trying to pick him back from Alibi, and then came Abbott, Colonial Flag trying to get out. Here comes Affinity down the outside and battling on Bounty Hawk. It's still on the inside, King Delamere with Eldwain. Wider out, Bounty Hawk and Colonial Flag getting a split, and Affinity's doing better than them all. Affinity on the outside, finishing best. He's won at Affinity and next to Bounty Hawk. Maybe Eldwain third.
Well-deserved victory there to Affinity, and capped a great comeback by Pat Hyland, the experienced Melbourne jockey who smashed up in May, and it appeared that his riding career may be at an end, but he's bounced back to land one of Australia's great events, the Caulfield Cup on Affinity. Sixth event from Caulfield yesterday was the Ellis Stakes, and glamour apprentice Darren Gouchy scored on Advert, who held off a flying finish from Exemplify by only a short half head.
Now about third, Lacassiere badly needing a run, and Lockmill well out of it, and Exemplify last of the main bunch. On the turn, Valruna joined in front by Major Diamond, and Advert on the outside. Exit Star looking for the rails run. So is La Cassiere trying to get out, and wider out Miss Marcher and Astral in. Exit Star got the split, went to the lead from Advert the outside. La Cassiere got the run but is struggling, and then Keepers. Here's Exemplify down the outside. Advert got to Exit Star. Exemplify flying down the outside. Advert just in front and wins. A half head to Exemplify, maybe Keepers third.
Last season's top Melbourne 2-year-olds County resumed after a long break in the Mercedes-Benz over 1,200 metres. He was forced wide from an awkward barrier, but he was still too good for Testimony and Star Pyramid. County racing 3 wide outside the lead at this stage.
Ready Currency there with those, and they were followed further back then by Slick Draw. On the turn into the straight, Testimony, the rail, Star Pyramid and County 3 in line as they enter the straight. They're clear of Spot of Bother, followed by Revere at the head of the others from Bletchencourt. Down to the 200, Testimony, Star Pyramid and County the outside. He's going better than them, County. Took the lead from Testimony, and then Star Pyramid and Bletchencourt running on. It's County just got his head in front of Testimony, fighting back, but County's going to be too strong. And County goes on to win by about a length and a half to Testimony. Star Pyramid third.
Final event from Caulfield was the welter handicap over 2,000 metres, and Haley's Hope was solidly back. The Queensland mare, she's at this stage running about 7th, boxed up for room. She was a shade unlucky, battles on well for third behind Jamaica Inn and Fiery Boy.
Tackled on the outside by Saddleback, who's got a split through the field to join it. They were followed by False Trail, and then came Haley's Hope getting off the fence. Into the straight they race now, and it's False Trail and Saddleback, the leaders from Marsh and Son. On the outside, Jamaica Inn, and then came Haley's Hope, and then came Fiery Boy. At the 200, Saddleback now tackled by La Grigia, who's got up on the fence from Jamaica Inn. La Grigia sprinted through on the rails to take the lead. Jamaica Inn grabbing it, and then Haley's Hope and Fiery Boy. Jamaica Inn's going home best, and Jamaica Inn's won it. Very close to the minors. Fiery Boy, Haley's Hope.
Sound effort there from Haley's Hope. She appears to be nearing a win. Look now at the TAB information from Caulfield. The double 9 and 3 paid 106.
Ronborough, Balkan Prince now third between horses. Strawberry Road, way on the outside.
Well, if the Australian trainer wasn't overly confident in his horse's form, the American bookmakers certainly were. They had Strawberry Road as favourite for the race, and at the attractive odds of 5-2. There was no shortage of punters who agreed with them.
Strawberry Road down along the inside.
Strawberry Road seemed well positioned for a strong finish until crowded into the rails on the turn for the home straight. Jockey Moore had to manoeuvre around several horses to make his move. When he finally did, Strawberry Road quickly made up ground, but not enough before crossing the finish line.
Here's the finish. Seattle Song wins it. Persian Tierra was second. Strawberry Road finished third.
It was Seattle Song of France that took the prize money today. The Australian syndicate insisted, as they have after previous losses during Strawberry Road's overseas tour, that the horse wasn't entered for prize money, rather to enhance his international reputation and value. In that bid, the owners insist Strawberry Road hasn't failed.
But Alpha Beta would begin to fall back, and the dark horse on the outside, Seattle Song, would start coming on strong. Seattle Song, representing France, had American jockey Cash Asmussen in the irons. The horse's trainer is Francois Boutin. Bhutan and Asmussen had combined to win the International in 1982 with April Run. They do it again, this time with Seattle Song. Seattle Song the winner. Persian Tiara of the United States finished second. And Strawberry Road 2 of Australia was the show horse.
Early Melbourne Cup favourite Kiwi is an uncertain starter in the big event after injuring a leg.
A very good meeting down there yesterday. The first event was the Freshman Stakes. It went to the favourite, Star of Amiens. He ran in the Mining Stakes a week earlier, and obviously the experience did him the world of good because he began smartly yesterday, was always up with the leaders, and he careered away in the straight to defeat Roman Artist, and Benny's Jet made up plenty of ground late in the race in quite a good debut.
Back shortly after the start, Orkanuka's Pride. He's giving a lot of trouble. He's bucking badly at the moment. He's out of business. Star of Amiens going very fast, tackling for the lead now. It's Oakenden Road and Star of Amiens going hard at it in front. Roman Artist is 2 lengths away third. Then Baron Red followed by Swiftport on the inside of Blue Bolero. Benny's Jet getting well back. High Gita, Royal Kildare. So well back in the field is Lime Lad. Over on the inside, It's Fun. And then lots of whipping, and Char Sun is last of all. Onto the home turn, 450 metres left to go. Star of Amiens on the outside on Oakenden Road. They're about 4 lengths in front of Roman Artist. Back in 4th place at the moment, Baron Red on the outside. Swiftport running on fairly well, and then Benny's Jet. Star of Amiens gone to the front, 250 metres to go. He whipped past Oakenden Road. He's about 1.5 lengths in front, and it looks as though he's got it, won the favourite. It's Star of Amiens about 2 lengths in front of Oakenden Road. Roman Artist battling on fairly well, and then Benny's Jet, but it's all Star of Amiens in the run to the post, and he's going on to win it easily. In fact, he's eased right down to score by 3 lengths. Star of Amiens first. Roman Artist, I think, just got second in front of the fast-finishing Benny's Jet or Oakenden Road.
Favourite successful there in the first, Star of Amiens. The second event, the Tobin Bronze graduation, featured the clash of some very promising young sprinters, and the victory was to High Sport. His second start after a spell. Glenn Killen rode him very well. He quickly got to the front on the fence and then eased back to let the favourite Waishane Miss race outside.
Going up to second. Regius next on the outside, then Kai Time. Lauderdale is trapped out a little bit wide. Getting back is Golden Award with Librella. Solemn Vode next, and then Rockathon and Noble Saint is last on. Settling down, 850 metres to go. High Sport in front on the rails is joined quickly by Waishane Myth. 1.5 lengths to Regius third. A half length into Kai Time fourth. Soncore fifth on the inside of Lauderdale. Followed by Solemn picking up ground. Golden Award next on the outside of Librella. Over on the inside, Rockathon and Noble Saint last. Down the side, just short of 600 metres to go. High Sport and Waishane Myth, they're locked together as they run towards the corner. They're 1.5 lengths in front of Regius. Kai Time a half length away third. Then Soncore, Solemn starting a run, and then Golden Award and Lauderdale on the outside. Into the straight, 350 metres to go. High Sport and Waishane Myth, they're together. Both jockeys getting a little bit anxious now, and High Sport dropped off. Waishane Myth about 1 length in front. Regius looks the danger on the outside. He's running on fairly well, and then Kai Time. High Sport the leader. He's about 1 length in front. Regius trying hard on the outside. High Sport in front. Regius is starting to cut him down now. High Sport just in front. They hit the line. High Sport's won it. High Sport's first. Regius second. Waishane Myth third.
Good performance by High Sport because I feel he will be improved. That was only his second start after a spell.
How do you feel performing in front of a crowd like this? Is it getting to you?
A bit like a monkey.
Like a monkey.
Yes, the third event was the Wedgwood Sausage Rolls graduation.
Oh, it's a big one.
And the winner here was Swift Balance, made it 3 on the trot, former North Queensland mare, going very well. I think she'll score again. Lady Luster, very good performance first start after a spell to get second.
Extra Pretty going very fast with Panathenian, and Lady Luster's going through to make a line of 3. Butterham Girl up nice and handy, and Swift Balance is trapped right off the track at the moment. Kaoru Kari, Duke's Delight midfield, and then Sailcliff Wingfell Star, followed by Kalani Glove, Amazing Goal getting well back without Thrill, and Gay Burney last. At the 800 in the leader, it's Butterham Girl about a half length in front of Swift Balance, who's gone fast to be outside of the leader now, running second, 1.5 lengths to Lady Luster. Extra Pretty a neck away fourth on the inside, and then Duke's Delight, followed by Gladius, and then Kaoru Kari, then Panathenia and Outhrill starting to pick up ground. Kalani Glove next on the rails, followed by Amazing Goal, Wingfell Star, Sailcliff, and Gay Burney on the home turn. 400 metres left to go. Butterham Girl about a neck in front of Swift Balance as they flatten for the run-in. Lady Luster in third spot. Duke's Delight pulled to the outside, followed then by Gladius and Kaoru Kari. Swift Balance loomed up, hit the lead. Swift Balance joined now by Lady Luster on the outside. Duke's Delight coming home hard. Swift Balance, she's fighting on. She's about a neck in front of Lady Luster. Lady Luster and Swift Balance. Swift Balance still a length in front. They hit the line. Swift Balance is won it by a half length. Lady Luster second. Third, Kalani Glove.
What?
Fourth event was the Gun Sind graduation, and Royal Opinion, in something of a form reversal, defeated Benbulben. There was a protest here. You'll notice Benbulben run into trouble about the 600 metres, but I think the honours squarely with Royal Opinion on the day. Winning Design runs on nicely late in the race to get third, and I think he'll be better suited over a longer distance.
Plenty of speed, Bold Chance, Skittish and Bucerama going up into a prominent spot. Benbulben about midfield, running up into a nice position, and then Lady Claudia, Ching Dynasty, Auvernier, Hismo Bijou in trouble, running onto the first bend. He copped a check and he's dropped out last. Winning Design about fourth last. Into the back straight now. 1,200 metres left to go. Skittish is the leader. Bucerama running second. There's Emily going very fast, rushing up on the outside to join the leaders and go to the front. Talk the leg settling about fifth on the inside of Bold Chan, and then Benbulben, Ching Dynasty, followed by Royal Opinion on the inside. Then Lady Claudia, Winning Design well back in the early stages of the race. Sharp Star next on the inside of Living Daylights, and then Ella Ford and Mahismo Bijou. There's not as much speed on now. 800 metres to go. Emily the outside pulling a little bit, about a half length in front of Bucerama. Skittish is a length away third, and then Bold Chan, Talk the leg, Royal Opinion, Benbulben. Ching Dynasty now starting a run, moving up on the outside. Lady Claudia going with him, and then Ella Ford, Living Daylights, Winning Design, Sharp Star. Mahismo Bijou is last, just short of 600 metres to go. Emily the outside, a touch in front of Bucerama. Skittish has now popped the question, starting a run, going up three deep to join the leaders. Royal Opinion fourth on the rails. Benbulben running on strongly, followed then by Bold Chant, Winning Design next on the inside of Talk the leg, and further back Ching Dynasty into the straight. 300 metres to go, and Skittish has taken the lead on the outside, running on gamely. Royal Opinion, Benbulben coming into it with a big run. Winning Design now pulled to the outside, starting a strong run, and then Talk the leg. Royal Opinion in front. He got away from them with 100 metres to go. In fact, he's got it shot to pieces. Royal Opinion, yes, he's spearing away close to home. He's going to win it easily. Royal Opinion, he's down by 3 lengths. Benbulben second, Winning Design third.
Nice ride by Robert Crilly to score there on Royal Opinion. Incidentally, stewards have opened an inquiry into the improved performance by the Gold Coast trained Royal Opinion, and that inquiry will be held when trainer John Wallace is available to give evidence. They were the first 4 from Doomben yesterday. We'll take a break and come back and look at the remainder of the program. But it was just a shade too good for Kelly's Pool, who may have been a little unlucky. You'll notice him just held up for a run at the home turn. But it's Prince Frolic coming from well back in the middle stages to defeat Kelly's Pool.
Down, Big Fern Connigan going fast in the early stages, and Golden Guy showing plenty of speed. Foreign Interest settling about fourth, Cusack fifth on the inside of El Camilla. Further back then came Little Pete on the outside of Tricouture Bellini. Prince Frolic drifting well back in the field. He's on the outside of Kelly's Pool, then Concord Stage and Latin's Will. Just short of 1,000 metres to go. Connigan a half length in front of Big Fern. 2 lengths away third, Cusack on the inside of Golden Guy, and then El Camilla, Tricouture next, followed by Foreign Interest, and then Kelly's Pool picking up ground on the inside of Little Pete. Prince Frolic caught a little bit wide as they head down the side, then Latin's Will, Bellini and Concord Stage. 600 metres left to go. Big Fern the outside leads by a neck on Connigan, a length and a half away third, Cusack. El Camilla picking up ground, Foreign Interest going forward, so is Golden Guy, and then Kelly's Pool, Little Pete, Tricouture. Prince Frolic about third last as they run onto the bend. He's on the outside of Latin's Will, Concord Stage, and then Bellini. Straightening up, Foreign Interest sprinted up. He went to the lead on the outside. Foreign Interest about a length in front of Big Fern, and then El Camilla. Prince Frolic pulled to the outside. He's putting in a good run now, and then Little Pete, Foreign Interest just in front. Prince Frolic's coming after Foreign Interest, and Little Pete joining in as well. Prince Frolic has taken the lead now with 100 metres to go. He's about a neck in front of Little Pete. Kelly's Pool flying home at the end. Prince Frolic in front. Yes, he's going to be too good today. Prince Frolic, he's just won. Kelly's Pool flew at the end, but he missed him. Prince Frolic's won it by a neck. Prince Frolic first. Kelly's Pool second. Tight for third. Cusack, Little Pete, Tricouture there in a photo.
An above-average performance by the 3-year-old, and I think he's going to be better suited over a bit more ground. We'll have a look now at the slow motion of the final 100 metres. It was quite a rugged affair. A couple of riders suspended. You'll notice Prince Frolic on the outside, but keep your eyes over towards the inside. It's in the horse with the baldy face is Foreign Interest, and he gets into the squeeze position here, and rider Jeff Costello had to really reef him back out of trouble. Prince Frolic getting the money, and riders Darren Rewald and Leith Bavin both suspended until November 6 on careless riding charges arising out of that interference there in the final 100 metres. Sixth event was the Strawberry Road Handicap, and Charles Heidsieck, the well-sustained run to just nail the lead of Prize Dash in the final couple of strides. My friend Francis ran an improved race to get third.
My friend Francis drifting back with decidedly Chance Always and Costadella. Running up to the winning post the first time, and the leader Swerve. He's going a bit keenly in front, joined now by Prize Dash. And even though he's pulling his way to the lead. Prize Dash, he's about to cross over onto the rail. Swerve running second. Lord Meaty's the length away third. Northern Beam fourth on the outside of Charles Heidsieck. Then My Friend Francis, Chance Always. Back second last Costadella, and decidedly last of all. Heading up the Nudgee Road side, just over 1,400 metres to go. The favourite has taken the lead now. Prize Dash is 2 lengths in front. Swerve running second. A length and a half away third is Lord Meaty's. Charles Heidsieck fourth on the inside. Northern Beam fifth the outside. A length and a half then to My Friend Francis, then Costadella on the outside of Chance Always, and decidedly last. Prize Dash the leader in the back with 1,200 metres to go, but taken on now by Northern Beam. And Northern Beam raced up quickly on the outside to join Prize Dash. They're a length and a half in front of Lord Meaty's. Swerve is fourth on the inside, then My Friend Francis. Charles Heidsieck next, followed by decidedly Chance Always, and last of all Costadella. As they run up past the 1,000-metre mark, and Prize Dash is the leader. Williams was able to pop in on the rails behind him now on Northern Beam. It's Prize Dash about 2 lengths in front of Northern Beam. Lord Meaty's now starting a run. Swerve fourth the inside. Then My Friend Francis decidedly going up on the outside of Charles Heidsieck. Then Chance Always and Costadella. Prize Dash the leader. 600 metres to go. He's 2 in front. Northern Beam under the whip in second place. Lord Meaty's the length away third, hard ridden. Followed by Swerve on the inside. Then My Friend Francis. Charles Heidsieck decidedly. Back second last Chance Always and Costadella at the rear. Prize Dash in front, swinging around the corner. He's a length clear. Prize Dash as they flatten for the run in. Northern Beam on the outside. Then Swerve, Lord Meaty's, My Friend Francis and Charles Heidsieck. 250 metres to go. Prize Dash is still the leader. He's still a length in front of Northern Beam. Now Charles Heidsieck on the outside is coming into it with a great run. And My Friend Francis down the outside. Prize Dash in front. Charles Heidsieck running him down. Charles Heidsieck grabbed the lead. They hit the line. Charles Heidsieck. Charles Heidsieck by a half head. Charles Heidsieck first. Second, Prize Dash close for third. It's between My Friend Francis and Northern Beam.
Charles Heidsieck just catching the leader, Prize Dash, there in the final few strides. The 7th event was the Wedgwood Pies graduation. It went to Haro. A rather spectacular fall at the 100 metres marred this event. More of that later. This is how Haro came from well back at the 600 metres to defeat Lock King, the leader, and Interior's a very good third.
Lord Neptune immediately drops to the rear. Prince Summit and Interior's back about third and fourth last. Running up to the post the first time, Lock King going a bit keenly. He races away. He's 2 lengths in front. Ayre running second. Plausible third. Then Grand Dutch Ayre. A little bit of trouble up front there, and a couple towards the rear of the field. Had to spear out very wide, including the 2 fancied runners, Interiors and Prince Summit. Let's take stock of things as they head up the side. Just over 1,400 metres to go. And the leader, Lock King, still going keenly, leading by 2 lengths now. Ayre second. Plausible third. Grand Dutch fourth on the inside. A length and a half to Auto Gold on the outside of Ayre. A length further back to Haro, and then Interior. She's trapped out 3 deep at the moment, and she's racing up to about midfield. Red shirt just inside of her, followed by Lord Neptune, who's going a bit keenly. Roy's Lad next on the inside. Prince Summit well back in the field, second last of Magic Cobbler's last. Lock King in front, 1,000 metres to go. He shows the way, 2 in front of Plausible. Ayre a half length away third. Grand Dutch fourth, and Auto Gold fifth. A length and a half then to Ayre, who's pushed along to hold her spot. Haro just copped a check there, dropped back 2 or 3 lengths. In midfield is Interiors, then Red Shirt, Lord Neptune, followed by Roy's Lad. Haro now back third last on the inside of Prince Summit, and Magic Cobbler at the rear. As they come down the side now, and the leader with 600 metres to go is Lock King, 2.5 lengths in front of Plausible. Auto Gold third on the outside of Grand Dutch, and then Ayre. Ayre picking up ground. Interiors niggled along. Prince Summit now going forward, then Lord Neptune. Magic Cobbler right around the field with a big run, and then Roy's Lad and Haro. On the home turn, 350 metres to go. Lock King nicely clear as they flatten for the run in. Lock King about 2 lengths in front of Grand Dutch and Plausible. Then Ayre. Haro now getting into the clear, running on strongly on the outside, and then Prince Summit and Interiors. It's Lock King in front, Haro the outside. Interiors hasn't got much room at the moment. Look at Haro. He's spearing. Oh, there's 1 down, there's 2 down. Plausible down, Ayre down. They hit the line. Haro won it. Haro beat Lock King. Interiors third.
Top performance by Haro to score there. We'll show you the slow motion now, and you'll notice from the 200 metres that gets really tight over towards the inside. Now, at this stage, it's Lock King, still clear. Carl Simons goes for the whip. Now, in the middle of the field is Haro. Mike Pelling also going for the whip at this stage, the horse in the breastplate and the yellow colours. And over on the inside, behind Lock King, is Plausible. On his outside is Ayre. Now, you'll notice the horse is getting very tight over towards the inside, and Ayre is the first to go. Paul Hamblin in a very awkward situation here. Now he goes, brings down Plausible too. You'll notice that young Hamblin, very fortunate. Plausible just missed him as he came down. Hamblin sustained a fractured left wrist, and The other rider, Steve Ratton, was able to walk away unscathed, but a rather spectacular fall there, and fortunately both riders escaping any serious injury. But Hamblin was taken to hospital, and it appears he has a fractured left wrist. Haro getting the money. An inquiry has been adjourned until Hamblin will be available to give evidence into the reasons behind that fall. But Haro defeating Lock King, and Interiors, I thought a good performance to get third, because she struck trouble at a couple of stages throughout the race. Final event was the Raja Sahib Novice and Raheen Sun. A great performance this, under 58 kilos. He came from nearly last in the middle part to bolting, scored by 3 lengths from Francis Comet.
Lord Luskin showing speed. Blue Arian going very fast. He's looming up 4 deep to contest the lead. Water Wagon just behind them. Remember Karioi, there's Grey Aztec. He's spearing through the field. He's going up into about 7th place. Then Francis Comet, followed by Induce on the inside. Brackman's getting well back with Dry Martini, Jerry Mander, Pride of Time, and Raheen Sun and Big Cello as they run to the first quarter. About 850 metres to go. Blue Arian has taken over now, leads by a length and a half. Lord Luskin second on the outside of Stainzar, followed by Bundy Flyer, and then Grey Aztec. He's 5th as they come down the side, about 3 lengths from the leader. Water Wagon next, and then Francis Comet. Lord Hussar picking up ground, Brackman and Juice. Then Remember Corio, Pride of Time, Big Cello, Dry Martini, and Raheen Sun. By gee, they've packed up really tight as they run to the corner. There's only about 6 lengths between first and last. 450 metres left to go. Blue Arian just in front. Lord Luskin, Stainzar going up very quickly. Francis Comet about 4 deep, followed by Big Cello on the outside, and then Brackman. Where's the favourite? Here he is. He's starting. He's run in the middle now. Grey Aztec. He's trying to chase these leaders, and Raheen Sun is joining in on the outside with a great run. 200 metres to go. Raheen Sun sprinted to the lead. Grey Aztec is only battling on fairly well at this stage. Stainzar in 2nd place. Francis Comet down the outside, but it's all Raheen Sun. He's outclassing them in the run home and wins it by 3 lengths. Raheen Sun first, tied 2nd and 3rd. Francis Comet or Stainzar.
That's 7 wins out of 13 starts to Raheen Sun, and I'm sure there's plenty more wins in store. With the 8 events from Doomben, the treble information, the double numbers 3 and 8, the dividend $11.10, and the treble combination 7, 3 and 8, and the dividend there $45.20. We'll be back a little later in the program to have a look at the Rose Hill meeting, where it was Silver Slipper Day, and of course Cox Plate from Moonee Valley yesterday, and Red Anchor and Mick Kathy, the girl from the bush, was too good for the city slickers. But the first event went to Eureka Stockade from the Tommy Smith stable, and gave stable apprentice Michael Privado the first leg of a winning double. Eureka Stockade just ridden quietly, back about midfield at this stage, but runs on strongly to hit the lead about 100 metres out.
Made 0, and forget Murbar's prospects on the swing. 350 to go now, and Fleming leads the way from Ayre. Deal on the outside, starting to warm up. Eureka Stockade going with it, and here comes My Made 0 getting a beautiful run on the inside at the 200 metres, and Fleming looks history on the outside. Deal with Eureka Stockade and Ayre, and My Made 0 on the inside. It's My Made 0 and now Eureka Stockade, with Eureka Stockade going home far the better. And on the run down to the line, it's Eureka Stockade winning at a length and a half to My Made 0, 3rd Deal.
Second event was the Gaelic Spirit Handicap. Went to Rising Prince, who led throughout. Nice ride by Kevin Langby in front. We Own a Devil, the 5-4 favourite, had every chance to run down Rising Prince, who just was far too strong in the final 100 metres.
Centurion, a length and a quarter off next. On the inside is Court Regent, We Own a Devil. Now, We Own a Devil is coming after Rising Prince now. And as they race to the 200 metres, Rising Prince still leads a length and a half on We Own a Devil. At the moment, holding the favourite, Don Bosco and Court Regent are next. But Rising Prince, he's in no danger. It's been a great ride by Langby. It turned into a sprint home, and Rising Prince holds We Own a Devil and Don Bosco to win it easily. Rising Prince from We Own a Devil and Don Bosco.
Third event was the Sovereign Slipper Handicap, and Meticulous well back to the home turn. There's a ton of speed on up front. Young Bravado just bided his time, and Meticulous charged home over the top of the leaders to defeat Vain Karioi and Sprightly Night.
Vain Karioi 3rd and is pocketed by Market Report, but as Sprightly Night's hung on the corner, there's a mile of room for Vain Karioi and a good gap to Meticulous at the 300 metres. Sprightly Night, Tandrio and Vain Karioi lead a length and a half. Market Report, who's not coming home well, and then Meticulous. It's Sprightly Night, Vain Karioi and Tandrio. What a 3-horse war. Meticulous starting to move into it now. Vain Karioi's taken the lead. Meticulous is swamping them on the outside, and Meticulous races right over the top of them to win. Meticulous from a tight finish between Vain Karioi and Sprightly Night.
Big finish there from Meticulous to land the third, but it was speed and speed all the way for Kisses for Kathy in the Silver Slipper Stakes. She burst from the boxes, set up a commanding lead. She was getting very tired at the finish, the Bush filly, but held on to defeat Osaka by 3/4 of a length.
Moving forward very quickly on the outside of those was Jewel of Light, and there's Super Swift going quickly with Dandelier, Luncheon Star. A length and a quarter, Ras Flyer, followed then by Secret Flash and Du Bois Salashan, then Stay Claim and What a Treasure. And last is Targlish down the side, and by golly, Kisses for Kathy can go. She's about 3 Miss Lemon, followed by Super Swift, Luncheon Star wide, and then Dandelier. Osaka's on the rails, a further length and a quarter, then to Ras Flyer, and then What a Treasure, Salashan, Du Bois, Jewel of Light, Secret Flash, Stake Claim, and last of all, Targlish. Around the corner, Kisses for Kathy hanging a shade. She's about 5 lengths on Super Swift. A length to Osaka third, and then comes Dandelier. Can this filly from Burke keep going? Kisses for Kathy. Paints pulled the whip. She's 4 lengths on Super Swift. A length Osaka. The crowd is starting to cheer already. Kisses for Kathy. 3 lengths clear on Osaka, followed by Super Swift. Will she hang on? Kisses for Kathy. She's 2 lengths clear. Osaka and Super Swift won't catch her. And Kisses for Kathy wins the Silver Slipper. I can hear Burke cheering from here. Kisses for Kathy has beaten Osaka and Super Swift.
I bet there was some celebrating in Burke last night, but might be a bit more subdued this morning. Fifth event was the Royal Britannia Handicap, and Ron Quinton in a great display on Benbulben. It's a really great lesson for young riders here. Quinton just hands and heels, kicks clear after straightening, only goes for the whip in the last 100 metres.
Absolute is temerity as they turn for home, and again the favourites drawn to the lead. Benbulben, Arriva Khan dropping into second place once more. In third position racing Ben Cara, followed by the Alchemist under the whip, making no headway, then Noble Connection. But Quinton is really winding up the favourite now, Benbulben. He's kicked about 2.5 lengths on Ben Cara. In third place, Noble Connection, but it's Benbulben nicely clear. In second, Posse, Ben Cara, third, Noble Connection, and that's the way they complete the trip. Benbulben, Quinton's got the best out of him today. Benbulben, 2 lengths clear on the line to Ben Cara, third, Noble Connection.
Benbulben really responding to Quinton's quiet riding style, and John Marshall on Power Symbol in the next event. Another good lesson for young riders. Hands and heels all the way down the straight, doesn't go for the whip, and Power Symbol responds to defeat Lord Banker by a neck.
French Digger, followed by Malamute on the outside. Then comes Mighty Justice. Wage Freeze has nowhere to go. Lord Banker's sticking on well as they race to the 200. There's plenty of room for Wage Freeze to come through if he's good enough, but Power Symbol, he's going all right. He's a length and a quarter on Lord Banker. Lord Banker starting to go out after Power Symbol, but Power Symbol's holding the old fella. Trench Digger clinging on for third, but Power Symbol's going to score. Power Symbol from Lord Banker, third Trench Digger.
Country-trained Smokey Dale made it 2 wins in a row when he led throughout in the 7th, which was the signature handicap. Smokey Dale starting at remarkable odds, 13-2 for a last start winner, defeated Pitgans and No Scruples.
Pitgans followed by Riverfront trying to get through. Pulsane is a fair way back and trying to get up on the inside. Dual Currency. Jeffries pulls the whip on Smokey Dale. 200 to go. It's a length and a half, Pitgans, followed then by Top of the Nap. Sprightly Balance getting into the open, but it's Smokey Dale shifting off the track, but safely holding Pitgans, followed by Sprightly Balance and No Scruples, but Smokey Dale wins it easily. Smokey Dale a length and a half, Pitgans, No Scruples, third, fourth.
8th event was the Diners Club Handicap. It went to Auvernier. You'll notice the favourite, No Brass, well clear just after they straightened, and he really got the wobbles from about the 200 metres. Luskin's Touch and King Kev rattled home to fill the placings.
No Brass has sprinted away as they turn the corner. It leads about 4 lengths on Auvernier. Great Escape in the third position, making heavy weather of it, followed by Velafique and Roman Lodge. Now at the 250 metres, No Brass being nursed along by Harris. He's 2 lengths. Auvernier starting to close the gap. King Kev is starting to come down the outside. Harris hasn't pulled the whip on No Brass. Auvernier's drawn level to head him off now. On the outside, King Kiev with Luskin's Touch finishing on, but it's all Auvernier. No Brass won't run a place. Auvernier's coming away on the drive down to the line, and Auvernier by 2, Luskin's Touch. Third, King Kiev, No Brass.
The solidly backed Auvernier getting the money in the final event at Rose Hill. A look now at the TAB information from the Rose Hill meeting. The double numbers 5 and 1 paid $28.10. The treble numbers 12, 5 and 1, and the dividend there $451.90. And the extra double from Rose Hill 4 and 4, and the dividend $82.30. That was the even money favourite, another successful youngster from the Cliff Baylor stable. Stockavion shared the lead to the home turn and cruised away to score very, very easily.
Now is Nashore. Coming up by the 600-metre mark, Stockavion and Lord of the Vale were together, and they are out about 2 lengths at this stage. Behind them in third position is Good Landy, and they've got it between them, I'd say, those three. Well clear of Stand 'em Up running on from Charge de Fer at the head of the others. On the turn, Stockavion and Lord of the Vale are well clear. From on the outside, running on fairly Good Landy, Stockavion and Lord of the Vale fighting it out. Stockavion is racing more truly and gets away, and Stockavion's going to land another Fowler winner here. Stockavion draws away to win. Second placing Lord of the Vale. Third getting up on the fence, Stand 'em Up.
In a rather sensational sequel to that opening event, apprentice Craig Dinn was fined $1,000 by stewards for having a pin sticking out from the end of his whip. I think the fine was, the sentence was rather light in view of the rather unusual circumstances there. The second event, the Carlton Draught Stakes, and went to Delightful Belle, well ridden by Brent Thompson. She's far too good for her opposition to score by 4.5 lengths from Way, with Twinkling a fading third.
Twinkling's headed them off, and Delightful Belle coming at them quickly now from Lady Bruin, Parade of Stars. Then Way to the outside, and our Sophia last looked pretty hopeless, although the field's bunched. On the turn, Delightful Belle coasting, Thompson having a peep around. Raced up to hit the front now from Twinkling, clear of Way running on pretty well, and then Lady Bruin and Star Trek, but Delightful Belle's going to win by a breeze. Raced out 5 lengths in front in the straight from Way and Twinkling, and Delightful Belle's won by 5 lengths. Way second, Twinkling third.
Some solid bets were landed on the Tommy Hughes-trained Goodwood Lady, who landed the third event and gave Craig Dinn a winning double. Goodwood Lady travelled very easily in front, or sharing the lead to the home turn, and she had a lot in reserve at the finish to defeat Sudden and Swifter getting third.
Your girl about 10 lengths, and then Gold Treasure. Up by the 450 they go. Goodwood Lady a neck in front of Fine Pearl. I don't like Canny Lass. Coming home pretty well is Swifter. Then Stockwell Wand and Lemon Darling the outside, but Goodwood Lady's travelling well. Led a length round the turn and drew away from Fine Pearl. On the outside, Swifter running home well, and so too Sudden getting a split in the centre could be the danger. Sudden gets a split, goes out after this leader, but Goodwood Lady stretching out well, is hanging onto the lead and down to the line, and Goodwood Lady wins it well. About a length being eased up from Sudden. Swifter third.
She had plenty in hand at the finish, Goodwood Lady, and she looks very, very promising. Fourth event was the Waterford Crystal Mile, and Keepers looked in some danger about 100 metres out as Exemplify made a strong run down the outside, but Michael Pay managed to get a little something extra out of Keepers, who held on to the score by a half head. Ranger's Son was quite a good third.
Up by the school, Entrancing being hard-ridden with Bullion Broker. They're tackled by Luther's Luck and Ranger's Son, a line of 4. Length of Filbert. Keepers trying to get out and now pull to the outside. Exemplify going hard, and Lord Belliner desperately needing a run. A packed field on the corner now, where it's still on the inside. Entrancing just the leader from Ranger's Son. Keepers getting out from Exemplify on the Filbert. 5 in line. It's Keepers and Exemplify getting to the lead. They're both under the whip from Ranger's Son. Lord Belliner getting out late. Keepers and Exemplify. Keepers a nose in front on the inside, and Keepers won it. A half-head Exemplify. Ranger's Son third.
Then came the big one, the Cox Plate, and it was Mick Dittman and Red Anchor. A great ride by Dittman. He wasted very hard to get down to the horse's lightweight, 48.5 kilos. It's the lightest Dittman's ridden for a long while, but certainly didn't affect his strength in the race. He positioned Red Anchor beautifully just off the speed and made his well-timed run to hit the lead just after straightening. Street Cafe, the other 3-year-old, battled very strongly to hold down second, and King Delamere made up plenty of ground to get third. Street Cafe going straight to the front.
Street Cafe flew from the stalls like a greyhound and was 2 in front and crossed to the rails as they settled down. Mr. Ironclad out wide with King Phoenix and El Dwayne racing up towards the lead when they settled down. Red Anchor's about 5th, one off the fence, and Labrici trapped about 3 wide behind him. Out of the straight they go now, and Street Cafe a length to Oxbury Way and El Dwayne, a length and a half Mr. Ironclad, half a length Red Anchor getting in on the fence, 3 deep King Phoenix, 1.5 Eastern Bay and Lord Camelot. Labrici trapped 3 deep from King Delamere. Then, it's hanging Labrici. They're followed by, at the head of the others, Riverdale. Next, Kiwi Slave, a length and a half Beechcraft, and last of all is Admiral Lincoln. 1,300 out at this corner. And Street Cafe bowling along a length to El Dwayne, a half Oxbury Way, a length. Then further back came Mr. Ironclad, Red Anchor and King Phoenix 3 deep. Lord Camelot is in that bunch of horses and getting up along the inside of them, Eastern Bay. King Delamere eased 1 off the fence now, and a length and a half Riverdale. Labrici's never been on the track from Kiwi Slave. A half to Beechcraft and 2 to Admiral Lincoln. 900 to go. Street Cafe bowling along a length to El Dwayne, 3 parts Oxbury Way. King Phoenix now up third. They're followed by Lord Camelot wide, but making ground from Mr. Ironclad. 1 to Red Anchor now being sent forward from Eastern Bay, King Delamere. Labrici's covered a ton of ground next from at the head of the others, Riverdale, and Beechcraft called on for his run from Kiwi Slave. As they came up by the 600 and a Street Cafe, about a length to Lord Camelot. El Dwayne's gone. In the centre there, battling on is King Phoenix and Red Anchor, and the outside of them from Mr. Ironclad, King Delamere, and then further back, Labrici, Riverdale. But Street Cafe, Clements kicked it away a length and a half on the corner. Red Anchor's out after it from Lord Camelot. The 3-year-olds are clear. Red Anchor raced up the Street Cafe from Lord of Camelot and then King Delamere. Red Anchor took the lead, 100 to go from Street Cafe, battling back, and then Lord of Camelot. But the mighty Red Anchor's coming away to win the Cox Plate. Scores by a length from Street Cafe. 2 lengths to King Delamere, third.
Great technical ride by Dittman to score there on an outstanding 3-year-old Red Anchor.